ஹாய், இப்போ இந்த வீடியோவில் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது போயம்ஸ் இருக்கு இல்லையா, அதில் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் லைன்ஸ்னு கேட்டிருப்பாங்க இல்லையா, லைன்ஸ் கொடுத்து அந்த மாதிரி முக்கியமான போயம்ஸ் எல்லாம் பார்க்க போகிறோம். சரியா, இது எதுக்கு அப்படின்னா ஜஸ்ட் ரீடிங் தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம ஏற்கனவே நம்மளோட சேனலில் போயம்ஸ்லாம் டீச் பண்ணி போட்டியாச்சு. சரியா, மறுபடியும் டீச் பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்லாதீங்க. ஏற்கனவே எல்லா போயம்ஸும் எல்லா லெசன்ஸும் ஓல்டு புக் எல்லாமே நான் டீச் பண்ணியாச்சு, சிலபஸில் உள்ளது. தென் நியூ புக் வந்து 6th 9th 11th எல்லாமே வந்து டீச் பண்ணியாச்சு. சரியா, ஸோ இந்த வீடியோவில் என்ன பண்ண போகிறோம் அப்படின்னா, ஒரு நாளைக்கு ஒரு 5 போயம்ஸ், அதாவது ஒரு வீடியோவில் 5 போயம்ஸ் இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி 5 or 10 போயம்ஸ் இருக்கும். அந்த லைன்ஸ் மட்டும் உங்களுக்கு ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கிறதுக்கு நான் இந்த வீடியோ போடுறேன். சரியா, இதை நீங்கள் வந்து ஒரு நாளைக்கு ஒரு 3 தடவை சும்மா அந்த கேப் விட்டு இந்த லைன்ஸை நீங்கள் கேட்டிங்கன்னா அந்த போயம்னாலே அந்த லைன்ஸ் தான் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு உங்களுக்கு மெமரியில் நின்றும். ஓகேவா, ஓகே பார்க்கலாம். A Psalm of Life போயம். Tell me, இது வந்து 12th இருக்க போயம்ஸ் ஃபஸ்ட்டு கொடுக்குறேன். ஓகேவா, ஓல்டு புக் 12th ஸ்டாண்டர்டில் இருக்குது. ஓகே, A Psalm of Life. What the heart of the young man said to the psalmist. Tell me not in mournful numbers, life is but an empty dream, for the soul is dead that slumbers, and things are not when they seem. Life is real, life is earnest, and the grave is not its goal. Dust thou art, to dust returnest, was spoken of the soul. Not enjoyment and not sorrow is our destiny and our way, but to act that each tomorrow find us further than today. Art is long and time is fleeting, and our hearts, though stout and brave, still like muffled drums are beating funeral marches to the grave. In the world's broad field of battle, in the bivouac of life, be not like dumb driven cattle, be a hero in the strife. Trust no future, however pleasant, let the dead past bury its dead. Act in the living present, heart within and God overhead. Lives of great men all remind us we can make our lives sublime, and departing leave behind us footprints on the sands of time. Footprints that perhaps another, sailing over life's solemn main, a forlorn and shipwrecked brother, seeing shall take heart again. Let us then be up and doing, with a heart for any fate, still achieving, still pursuing, learn to labor and to wait. ஓகேவா, இவ்வளோதான் வந்து சாம் ஆஃப் லைஃப். H.W. லாங்ஃபெல்லோ தான் இந்த போயம் வந்து எழுதினவர். ஓகேவா, ஆத்தர் டீட்டெயில்ஸ் எல்லாம் ஏற்கனவே வந்து தனியாக ஆத்தர் டீட்டெயில்ஸ்னு சொல்லிட்டு ஒரு வீடியோ போட்டு ஒவ்வொரு ஆத்தர் பற்றின டீட்டெயில்ஸும் கொடுத்தாச்சு. ஓகேவா, ஓகே நெக்ஸ்ட் போயம் போகலாம். இப்போ நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது உமன்ஸ் ரைட்ஸ். ஓகேவா, 12th செகண்ட் போயம். யூ கேனாட் ராப் அஸ் ஆஃப் த ரைட்ஸ் வி செரிஷ், nor turn our thoughts away from the bright picture of a woman's mission our hearts portray. We climb to dwell in quiet and seclusion beneath the household roof, from the great world's harsh strife and jarring voices to stand aloof, not in a dreamy and in an abstraction, to sleep our life away, but gathering up the brightness of home sunshine to deck our way, as humble plants by country hedgerows growing the treasure of the rain, and yield in orders ere the days declining the gift again. So let us, unobtrusive and unnoticed, but happy nonetheless, be privileged to fill the air around us with happiness, to live unknown beyond the cherished circle which we can bless and aid, to die or not a heart that does not love us, know where we are led. Annie Lucia Walker. ஓகேவா, இவ்வளோதான் வந்து இந்த போயம் பற்றின டீட்டெயில்ஸ், போயம் லைன்ஸ். நெக்ஸ்ட்டு யூனிட் 3, 12th யூனிட் 3 போயம் A Noiseless Patient Spider. Okay, a noiseless patient spider I marked where on a little promontory it stood isolated, marked how to explore the vacant vast surrounding. It launched forth filament out of itself, ever unreeling them, ever tirelessly speeding them. And you, O my soul, where you stand, surround, detached in measureless oceans of space, ceaselessly musing, venturing, throwing, seeking the space to connect them, till the bridge you will need to be formed, till the ductile anchor hold, till the gossamer thread you fling catch somewhere, O my soul. Author வால்ட் விட்மன். ஓகே, இவ்வளோதான் இந்த போயம். நெக்ஸ்ட் போயம் பார்க்கலாம். பார்க்க போகிற போயம் இங்கிலீஷ் வேர்ட்ஸ். ஓகேவா, speech that came like leech craft and killed us almost, bleeding us white. You bleached our souls, soiled with impurities. You bathed our hearts amid tempestuous seas of a purer, drier, and delight. O tongues of fire, you came devouring, forest of nightshade, creepers that enmesh, trees that never remembered to grow, and shrubs that were but thornmills in our flesh. You were the dawn, and sunlight filled the spaces where owls were hovering. Oh, winged seeds, you crossed the furrowed seas to nestle in the warmth and silent earth. Like a golden swarm of fireflies, you came, pinging for a new agony, a new birth. You blossomed into a nascent loveliness. You ripened into nectarine fruit jars that hung like clustered stars. Oh, winged seeds, winged words, like humming bees you borrow grown murmurous, the honey of delight, pollened with our hearts the coming morrow, sweetened within our souls for aeons bright. You kindle in the four corners of the earth the music of an ever deepening chant, the burden of a vanilless, winterless spring, the gospel of an endless blossoming. Fathomless words with Indo-Aryan blood tingling in your veins, the spoils of ages, global merchandise mingling in your strains. You pose the cosmic riddles. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. The Word is in the middle, and the Word is man. In the end will be the Word, and the Word will be God and man. V.K. Gokak இந்த போயம் எழுதினவர் ஓகேவா. நெக்ஸ்ட் போயம் பார்க்கலாம். Snake poem எழுதினவர் D.H. Lawrence. Okay. A snake came to my water trough on a hot day, and I in pyjamas for the heat to drink there. In the deep, strange center shade of the great dark carob tree, I came down the steps with my pitcher, and must stand and wait, for there he was at the trough before me. He reached down from a fissure in the earth wall in the gloom, and trailed his yellow-brown slackness soft-bellied down over the edge of the stone trough, and rested his throat upon the stone bottom, and where the water had dripped from the tap in a small clearness, he sipped with his straight mouth, softly drank through his straight gums into his slack long body silently. Someone was before me at my water trough, and I, like a second corner, waiting. He lifted his head from his drinking as cattle do, and looked at me vaguely as drinking cattle do, and flickered his two-forked tongue from his lips, and mused a moment, and stooped and drank a little more, being earth brown, earth golden from the burning bowels of the earth. On the day of Sicilian July, with Etna smoking, the voice of my education said to me, he must be killed, for in Sicily the black snakes are innocent, the gold are venomous. And voices in me said, if you were a man, you would take a stick and break him now and finish him off. But must I confess how I liked him, how glad I was he had come like a gust in quiet to drink at my water trough, and depart peaceful, pacified, and thankless into the burning bowls of this earth. Was it cowardice that I dared not to kill him? Was it perversity that I longed to talk to him? Was it humility to feel so honored? I felt so honored. And at those voices, if you were not afraid, you would kill him. And truly I was afraid, I was most afraid, but even so honored still more that he should seek my hospitality from out the dark door of the secret earth. He drank enough and lifted his head dreamily as one who has drunken, and flickered his tongue like a forked night on the air, so black, seeming to lick his lips, and looked around like a god unseeing into the air, and slowly turned his head, and slowly, very slowly, as if thrice a dream, proceeded to draw his slow length curving round and climb again the broken bank of my wall face. And as he put his head into that dreadful hole, as he slowly drew up snake easing his soldiers and entered further. A sort of horror drew up. Snake easing his soldiers and entered further. A sort of horror, a sort of protest against his withdrawing into that horrid black hole, deliberately going into blackness and slowly drawing himself after, overcame me. Now his back was turned. He looked around. I put down my pitcher. I picked up a clumsy log and threw it at the water, drew a trough with a clatter. I think it did not hit him, but suddenly that part of him that was left behind convulsed in undignified haste, writhed like lightning, and was gone. Into the black hole the earth lipped fissure in the wall front, at which in the intense still moon I stared with fascination, and immediately I regretted it. I thought, how paltry, how vulgar, what a mean act. I despised myself and the voices of my accursed human education. I thought of the albatross, and I wished he would come back, my snake, for he seemed to me again like a king in exile, uncrowned in the underworld, now due to be crowned again, and so I missed my chance with one of the lords of life, and I have something to expiate, a pettiness. அவ்வளோதான் அந்த போயம். இது எழுதினவர் D.H. லாரன்ஸ். ஓகேவா? நெக்ஸ்ட் போயம் பார்க்கலாம். தி மேன் ஹீ கில்டு. ஓகே, அந்த போயம் இது எழுதினவர் தாமஸ் ஹார்டி. Had he and I but met by some old ancient inn, we should have sat us down to wet, right many a nipperkin, but ranked us infantry, and staring face to face, I shot at him as he at me, and killed him in his place. I shot him dead because he was my foe. Just so, my foe, of course he was. That's clear enough, although he thought he would list perhaps offhand like just as I was out of work, had sold his traps, no other reason why. Yes, quaint and curious, Boris. You shoot a fellow down, you treat if met were any Boris, or help a half a crown. Okay, Thomas Hardy. இவ்வளோ தான் வந்துட்டு இந்த போயம். இவ்வளோ தான் வந்து டுவெல்த்து ஓல்டு புக்ஸில் இருக்க போயம்ஸு. இந்த போயம்ஸ் எல்லாமே நீங்கள் மீனிங்கோடு எதிர்பார்த்திங்கன்னா வராது. ஜஸ்ட் லைன்ஸ் ரிமெம்பரன்ஸ்க்கு தான் வந்து இந்த வீடியோ. ஓகேவா? இது உங்களுக்கு பிடிச்சிருந்தால் லைக் பண்ணுங்கள். உங்களுக்கு தெரிஞ்ச டிஎன்பிஎஸ்சி ஜென்ரல் இங்கிலீஷ் படிக்கிறவங்க எல்லாேருக்கும் இதை அனுப்புங்க. ஓகேவா? இதே மாதிரி எல்லா ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ்க்கும் வீடியோஸ் வந்து ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுவோம். ஓகே, பை பாய்.